What is happening, everyone? Welcome back. We got a game right now in Detroit. Close game at halftime, tied at 44. Coming on a little bit later. I thought the game was starting at 2 p.m. It's my bad, but appreciate everyone dropping in, and I'm excited to watch along with the rest of the game. So you can see right now, my bet, again, a bit rushed, but I ended up getting -5.5 on the Raptors on cool bet at halftime here, which I think is a pretty good bet. I mean, the fact we're tied right now, we should probably be pulling ahead in this game, especially with how serious the remaining schedule is and how we want to be making the playoffs. The Pistons ain't it. They want Victor Wembanyama. We want to win this game. They do not. I think to win by at least 6 points to get that bet to cash, it's a pretty good play. So that's what I'm going with. What up, Lord 2 Senpai in the chat? Tristan Phipps dropping in. Excited to be on live, guys. If you have any wagers of your own tonight, or I guess I should say this afternoon, let me know. I'm curious to hear what you're betting on. That one should be good, no? Raptors winning by 6? I think that would be a fair ask, but we'll see what happens. So to go over the box score right now, Jakob Poeltl, 5 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, monster half on the glass. He's got a block as well. I got to see that. Jaden Ivey going up to the rim. Jakob Poeltl saying no, that was hype. Pascal Siakam, 18 minutes, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He's 6 of 10 from the floor. 1 of 2 from three-point range. He's got a steal and a block to go with it. No turnovers either. Solid half for Siakam. He's been big. Anunoby, 6, 3, and 1. 1 block. 2 of 5 from the floor. That could be a bit better. But I saw OG get a nice little athletic run out dunk assisted by Siakam after he stole it away from Bogdanovic. That was a nice little play. Hopefully a big second half here from OG. He's got to get his feet back under him a little bit offensively after sitting out for a while. Let's see what's Scotty Barnes. Yet to get a point. He's 0 of 5 from the floor. 3 rebounds and 1 assist. No defensive stats either. A turnover. That's a rough half of basketball for Scotty. Hopefully he can recover. He's been really great as of late. Gary Trent Jr., 8 points, 0 rebounds, 2 assists. 3 of 10 from the floor. 1 of 5 from three-point range. Not the most efficient half for him, but he's got a steal to go with it. Let's see if he can build on that. Jeff Doughton. I don't know who's doubting him anymore. Certainly not Coach Nurse. I didn't see most of the first half, but currently in 9 minutes of play, which is a much bigger leash than I would have expected for him, a couple weeks ago. But hey, he's on the court and he's looking nice. He's got 4 points, shooting 50% from the floor. He missed a 3, no turnovers. From all indications, in a low-scoring half, I think that's a decent chip in from him. And then we got Chris Boucher, 1 point, 1 rebound, and Precious Achiuwa, 2, 4, and 2. Only shot the ball twice, made a bucket. Adventures with Smiles, and hey, Josh, Toque Day. Yeah, it is a Toque Day. It's a bad hair day is really what it is. So I got this thing on. You don't want to see what's underneath this right now. But shout out to my people in the chat. Adventures with Smiles saying this game is a snoozer. Well, hopefully it picks up here in the second half. Oh man, OG Anunoby misses that alley-oop there from Jakob Poeltl. Killian Hayes with it now. He shoots the 3. Makes the 3. Killian Hayes was a guy I was a bit higher on coming out of where was he? He was the European Pro League somewhere. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly which league, but he looked like a solid prospect coming out, and he's been, able to plug in, but I think the Pistons had a little bit higher expectations for him. Siakam, spin move, misses, tapped out the rebound, but Bogdanovic gets it instead. All right, Pistons with it. Man, Pistons don't even want to win this game. Come on, don't make this difficult for us. Offensive foul call. Yes, sir. Raptors getting the ball back. Dante's saying, Josh, you watching The Last of Us on HBO? I'm not. I've heard of that show, though. Dante's been binging HBO. I mean, I love Game of Thrones. That was like the first real TV series I got deep into. I'd be willing to give another a try. Ooh, a little bit of a miscue there, but a foul called. Okay, I like the passing creativity we just saw from Jakob and Siakam, trying to dish it back and forth really quick there on the interior. And then Killian Hayes charged with a foul. So I'll take it. Side out of bounds, Raptors. Right, anytime I see Isaiah Stewart, that guy's a beast. He's a scary dude. A scary dude. Jakob with it. Hands it off there to Siakam. He's had an electric first half. Let's see what he can do in the second. Trent Jr. There we go. There we go. That was a nice setup too. Way to get himself open off ball, and then Siakam finding him. Guys, let's all talk about how much of a difference Jakob Poeltl has made as a screener. He's given us pick and roll options we didn't have before. Defensively, you got a guy to anchor a zone around who can block shots, change shots. I've been loving it. Pistons got a bucket there. We're down by 2. Siakam entry pass to Jakob. He's guarded by Isaiah Stewart. Driving, kicking. Ooh, sloppy pass, but the Raptors hold on to it. Scotty, come on, dial it up. Hits the 3. There we go. He's had a rough game so far. That's his first made field goal and a nice corner 3 at that. Love to see Scotty Barnes expand in the bag a little bit. Trent, ooh, misses that. Offensive rebound, Scotty, put back, good. Gets it off the glass too. Okay, good energy right now. Technical, charge to Scotty. What happened there? Ooh, Gary, be careful. You're going to pick one up too. Easy, fellas. It's a close game. Nick Nurse is in the ref seat or two. Looking through the chat right now. Killian Hayes played in France. Yeah, I knew he played in France. I didn't know if it was like the very premier European league that like Luka had played in. I think it might have been, though. He had good stats coming out of there too. Either way, playing professional basketball at a young age and looking, good recently is a very good indication that they're going to be a good translation to the NBA. I mean, even look at LaMelo Ball, RJ Hampton, Luka. Like, these guys put up good numbers in pro leagues, even though they weren't like Luka was, I think, an MVP. But either way, I think that in the G League, the European pro leagues and the G League are now on the map as some premier places to draft out of. Usually it was just, top high school players like a Kobe or a LeBron, like those weird exceptions, along with a lot of obviously like, top D1 school guys coming in. But we're seeing a lot more variety now in the player pool, or the prospect pool, I should say. And deservingly so. These guys can hoop. Hayes with it. Good defense by Trent. Bogdanovich step back. Misses that. Oh, good job by Anunoby crashing the glass. That would have been a big offensive rebound there for Marvin Bagley, I believe. Or no, for James Wiseman. But Anunoby making the difference. And then Poeltl is fouled on the offensive side. It's going to be side out of bounds, Raptors. Tom Moreau's saying, hey, Josh, no draw bet at the half today because Detroit. What the hell? Yeah, you wouldn't think to throw down the draw bet when we're facing Detroit, but Dwayne Casey, he puts out a good effort anytime he's facing the Raptors. That's a shame, though. It's a shame. It seems like no matter who the matchup is, you're placing your draw bets for halftime and regulation. That's a tough one to miss today. Trent Jr., interior pass there to Jakob. Moving in the high post, spinning, floater, air ball. Drop-off pass. Wiseman gets the bucket. Look, I don't really have an affinity for James Wiseman at all. But it'd be nice to see the guy do well in Detroit. Detroit's kind of got some, between Marvin Bagley and James Wiseman, they got two bigs with some decent potential that really felt like they didn't have the best opportunities beforehand. Let's see if they can put it together with Dwayne Casey. Jaden Ivey gets a bucket. Detroit up by 1. Bella, I think in the chat saying, I might be mispronouncing that, my apologies, but asking what's happened to Fred VanVleet. I don't know. We can talk about that in a second, but Jakob Poeltl getting an offensive putback there. That's rebound number 11. And I think points number 6 or 7. But yeah, I'm really not sure what's going on with Fred VanVleet. Just when we thought we were going to get a full lineup back, oh my God. Isaiah Stewart. I wouldn't say that was a full poster, but that was a nice dunk, rising above Jakob Poeltl there and getting the jam. He's a beast, man. Do not play around with Isaiah Stewart. After I saw that LeBron situation, I mean, look at the guy. He's deezed. It goes beyond just the LeBron situation, but bro looks like he could wrestle a lion. Jakob, there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful post move. Okay, Adventures with Smile saying Jakob just posterized. Okay, so maybe I was being a homer there. Maybe it was a poster. And one for Detroit. They pull back ahead. Okay. Fred Van Vliet presumably having a bambino. I saw someone mention that. Is his wife expecting and is that what's going on here? If so, guys, buckle up for an NBA Finals run. Fred Van Vliet with a kid on the way. That is his prime form. Okay, this is an interesting thing, not to distract from the game, but Adventures with Smiles saying this draft is deep upcoming. LeBron's son may be in it. So initially, I thought LeBron's son, if he were to follow the typical route, isn't going to be playing in the NBA until like, I think 1 or 2 more seasons. Obviously, there's a degree of like decision there on his end. But I think once you graduate high school, just like his father, like you could go declare for the draft. And whenever Bronny could have declared at age 10 and someone would have drafted him. But yeah, I wonder what happens with that situation. What a wrench in everyone's plans that would be if these like top 10 teams for the draft now need to consider drafting Bronny James, who in all honesty, I don't think is a top 10 talent right now. I've heard glowing things about him recently. I'm sure you guys all have as well. Like people are getting higher and higher on him as an actual player, irrelevant to LeBron. But yeah, how do you balance that? Because you know LeBron's going to be coming if you draft his son. His son's not a bad player, but I don't really think a lottery talent at this point. How do you balance that? I think it depends so much on situation. For instance, the Raptors at 4th overall when we took Scotty Barnes. That would have been a scenario where, the Raptors were in the lottery, but still had a pretty good roster that if you put a superstar in there, like they're running. So that would have been a scenario where like maybe you look at drafting a Bronny James instead of a Scotty Barnes. No disrespect to Scotty, not saying this is the decision I would have made, but those are the kind of circumstances where a team like a Toronto drafting at 4th overall thinks, hey, we still got enough pop in this roster. If we throw in, a decent draft pick in Bronny, but more importantly, his dad, one of the greatest of all time, LeBron James, where does that put us in terms of competitiveness? So whenever Bronny declares, it's going to be an interesting balancing act for the teams that need to make decisions early on in the draft. I suspect him to be top 10, though. Lord 2 Senpai, this is so funny you say this. He says, imagine Isaiah Stewart and Serge Ibaka got into a fight. Everybody back the hell up if that happened. It's jokes that you say that because the only other time I've said he looks like he could wrestle a lion is when I'm talking about Serge Ibaka. Yeah, those guys are beasts. German's asking Josh, what do you think about Brandon Miller? He is a projected lottery pick. Huh. I've heard his name a little bit. I'm not too familiar with him. I know Leonard Miller, who's a Canadian who's playing, I think, on the Ignite, who's quite good. Not sure about Brandon Miller. Forgive me for this. One player I love that's kind of a low-key prospect. I wouldn't say a low-key prospect at the moment, but a guy that I think is going to come into the NBA and be good. Drumroll. Rob Cunningham. Look up Rob Cunningham. He's going to be like the second coming of Jamal Crawford. He's got like Kyrie Irving-esque handles. You just see him playing in like AAU, and you can tell this guy's going to be a unique skill set. Size aside, like he's got NBA ready skills right now. Check out Rob Cunningham. When he makes it to the league, no matter what team he's playing for, I'll have a bit of an affinity for him because I've been watching his clips, man. He's unreal. Bola, or I'm definitely mispronouncing that. I'm gonna call you Bo, saying, will the Raptors win this game today? Yeah, I got a bet on it. Cool Bet sponsored play of the day. Check out Cool Bet in the description of this video. Scotty misses a 3, rebounded by Bogdanovich. But yeah, I got them winning by 6. So for people who aren't familiar with gambling terms, -5.5, you got to win by 6. Little confusing, I know. Killian Hayes with the ball. Kicks it out there. Ivy drops off again. Good steal by Jakob Pertl. Active hands. Deflecting that pass. Raps have it now on offense. All right, Scotty, show me something. Drive in. Ooh, that was a tough move. Battling for the offensive rebound is Pirtle. He can't get it. Looks like Scotty got hit in the face there, but he's okay. Ivy misses. Rebound Jakob. Okay, what's Jakob's rebound number at right now? I think that's number 14. 13 at least. Another career high coming tonight. Scotty. Whoa, okay, goaltend. Thank you. Thank you. Wiseman got up there. I thought that was close, but the refs make the right call. Call a goaltend. Chalk up a bucket there for Scotty Barnes. Yeah, that was a good call. Close, but good call. Oh, okay. Brandon Miller's the... Right, that's where I've heard his name. He had the scandal. He's an Alabama player. Honestly, I don't even know much about the scandal other than it involved a weapon. And yeah, a homicide apparently. That's terrible stuff. Honestly, I can't even speak to any details about the situation or the player. Not even just trying to like tread carefully. I just genuinely don't know. But yeah, I wish the best to anyone. So hopefully whatever, trouble he's been getting into in his life, he gets on a better path, and hopefully anyone in this situation is okay too. It's literally a homicide. I don't know what's going on. Scotty Barnes offensive rebound. Put back, misses. Oof. Tough. Raps down by 2. Okay, so apparently it was Miller's teammate that committed the murder, but I think the I heard is that like the gun was supplied by Brandon Miller, and then his teammate murdered someone. I mean, that's like an accomplice to... I don't even know, man. I'm not a lawyer. You know who should do a video on this? Bruce Rivers, the criminal lawyer. Look him up. I gotta say, he's been very enjoyable to watch throughout like that situation with the rapper Gunna. Everyone's saying he snitched. Andrew Tate's case, a bunch of different people. He reviews high profile cases, and oftentimes he'll review rap songs and be like, this is self-snitching. This can be used in court. He's hilarious. He always exposes the self-snitching in rap music, and yeah, covers big cases and stuff. Not to plug another YouTube channel, but I personally enjoy him. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's a criminal lawyer. He's got a good jingle too. Check him out. Hayes, inbounding there. Long 3 for Bogdanovich. He misses, and a rebound for Boucher. Guys, let's not forget that man just dunked from the free throw line last game. Gary, pump fake, passes down to Anunoby and gets it right back out to Trent, who releases a 3 and just misses. Jeez. There we go. Trent Jr. gets the steal. And then Chris, the dunk. 2 hands for safety. Taking the D to the O. Tom Moreau calling for Joe Wieskamp. We use a little bit of offense right now. I think that's a good call. I wouldn't mind seeing him check in to give some more floor spacing and shot making. Just don't give him an open layup. We know that doesn't end well. Isaiah Livers kicks it out. Hayes from the corner. Missing, and then rebound there for Siakam. Gotta say, Isaiah Livers has been pretty impressive the games I've seen of the Pistons. Oh, dude, that would have been a nasty Euro, but Siakam misses it. I was not familiar with Isaiah Livers' game. I owe him an apology. Not a bad player. 62-60, Raps still down. 3:45 to go here in the third quarter. Raps got to start making some pushes because the fourth quarter has not been their friend. Trent Jr. for 3. Not the worst shot, but not the best shot. Bogdanovich gets the bucket. All right. Raps down by 4 now. So, Maddie Modbot saying this Raptors team is very lackluster. Yeah. They, you know what? Why am I agreeing? I don't think they are, but they underperform. So, I don't know. Are you right? Are they lackluster? They've had a lackluster season, but when I look at this group on paper, like, it's a good friggin' team, especially when you have Fred VanVleet back in the mix. It's just, yeah, and that's where I start to understand the criticisms of Nick Nurse. It's like, hey, dude, like, you have a very, very good roster. Let's start to move the needle here and get some success like we did it last year. But whatever. This is an old topic. I go over it every live stream over and over. It's a confusing year, but I still have a lot of faith in this group. And if we can continue to win a little bit more and get, like maybe a 6 seed, like no one's going to want to face us in the first round. We're not going to have good seeding. We're going to face a team with home court advantage, the ideal matchup based on the standings. But I'm telling you, there is no top team that wants to draw the Raptors in the first round. Nobody wants to deal with that, your first playoff series. This group has postseason experience, a lot of it, and a lot of them still with good championship experience. The team hasn't been healthy all year. I'm hoping by playoff time we got a full squad ready to go. We got a starting center now, and it's just more development and cohesiveness we've had to develop over time. Come playoffs, you won't want to play the Raptors. How far we can go, I'm not sure, but I think pulling some underdog spoiler stuff in the first round is not out of the realm of possibility. And I wonder, could a team like this Raptors team make the conference finals? Really don't think you could go any farther than that. I tend to think it's a second round exit at best. But I mean, think of the roster, guys. It's good. It's good. Plus, no more Brooklyn to worry about. The Cavaliers really aren't that much better than us. Even a Boston over a 7-game series. Let's not pretend the Raptors couldn't push that to 6-7 games and maybe have a small chance of stealing it. And Boston's the biggest title threat right now. So a really well put together Raptors team by postseason, if that happens, big time asterisks, if that happens, the roster is good enough to pull some crazy upsets. And Nick Nurse is still a good coach. Still a good coach. Bucks number 1. That's so funny. We have a Bucks fan, I'm assuming, in the chat asking who do you think is going to win the championship? Okay. Not that I would pick the Raptors anyways. For argument's sake, they're eliminated from the conversation. I really think Phoenix is going to be a scary team to face. Not so much worried about Dallas. I think Denver's going to be good. The Bucks, I'd say Bucks, Celtics, Phoenix, and Denver. Those are the top 4 that I think are real serious contenders. One of those teams is 100% going to be in the NBA Finals. That's not the best answer for you. But if you made me pick one, and I'm not saying this to appease you, or sorry, I didn't even put Milwaukee in the top there, did I? Boston. Bro, it's tough, man. There's a lot of parity right now. Look, I think the best player in the league is Giannis, so I'll just cop-out answer. Not saying this to appease you because you're a Bucks fan, but if I had to pick one right now, whatever, I'll put my chips in on the best player in the league with Giannis, and there's a good roster there too. So sure, the Bucks. Hopefully we've gained a new subscriber in me saying this, but I'll give Giannis his flowers, and they've done it before. So Jordan S saying Clippers. See, man, there's so many serious contenders. Clippers playing in a high-scoring game last night. That was wild to watch. Anyways, I'm off on a tangent. Let's get back to the game here. Gary Trent Jr. with the ball. Throws it over there to Siakam. He's guarded by Livers. Kicks out. Trent. There we go. You needed that one, Gary. It's been a rough shooting game for him. Connecting on a big 3 there. Got my flames on. Let's get some more of that. Yeah, Pascal Siakam trying to fire up his team a little bit. Up that energy. Let's go. Get Mr. Plus Minus back out on the court in Jakob Poeltl. He's been a overall, when you look at the plus minus numbers, you just know that he's changing shots, making shots, doing everything for this team. All right, Jeff Doughton with the ball. Doughton for 3. Misses. Offensive board tapped out. Okay, there we go. Bogdanovich called on a loose ball foul, so Siakam draws it, and it's going to be a side out of bounds possession for Toronto. Bucks number 1 saying, bro, I've been subscribed for months, but I like the video. Hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Appreciate all the love and support. Ooh, nice strip by Killian Hayes. Take the ball away from... Oh, and then the miss on the other end, but a foul is called. Okay, I love Gurman's prediction. I don't know how much I could actually agree with this from like a feasibility standpoint, but in terms of entertainment value, he's saying you've heard it here first. It's going to be the Mavs and the Celtics, and I'm taking the Mavericks in 7. First of all, I disagree that it's going to be that matchup. I respect the prediction. I don't think it's completely ridiculous. Um, I don't think it'll happen, but entertainment wise, guys, could you imagine if this prediction, exactly the way he said it, a 7-game series between these teams were to happen? You would have Kyrie Irving playing on the road in the city of Boston in the NBA Finals Game 7. Could you imagine? Entertainment value off the charts, storylines off the charts. I would be a little bit worried about the decency of the Boston people. Not to put that on everyone. I'm disrespectful and disrespectful fans in every fan base, but we've heard players page Boston's audience collectively for being a little bit disrespectful, even at times like derogatory. And with how much they hate Kyrie Irving and all the scandals he's been in this year, if they had to deal with that man in the NBA Finals and like a Game 7 on the look, Kyrie's gonna pack his earplugs. That's all I'm gonna say. That is all I'm going to say. But that would be a very entertaining series. And if that series did happen, I would be rooting for the Mavericks for sure. Lord 2 Senpai saying, I'm rooting for the Kings. Bucks number 1 saying Knicks versus Lakers championship. Dude, that would be gold. That would be absolute gold. Julius Randle coming to get his revenge against the Lakers. All right, Marvin Bagley at the line here. Makes the first. Tom Moreau saying it as it is. I hate every team not named Raptors. Respect. Ride or die. Bucks is asking if the Raptors got knocked out in the playoffs, which team would you want to win? And don't say the Bucks because I'm a Bucks fan. I actually do love Giannis. Like I was cheering for him when you guys were in the finals, but no, he did not. And one circus shot breaking. Hey, dude, no, no, no. Oh, that's one of the nicer ones I've seen recently, honestly. Like, that's not just like, Siakam nice. That's league wide nice. Man, what? Come on. Okay, gotta make your free throw here. And he hits it. The perfect play. All right, House of Highlights, do your thing. Don't snub my Raptors players. That clip needs to be up. Wow. Whoo. Damn. Oh, big rebound there by Boucher on that missed 3 by the Pistons. Raptors taking it the other way. What a sequence, dude. Achua, he's fouled. Man, he gets downhill like a freight train. I actually love it. Like, Precious Achua wants to bump you before he goes up, and he doesn't care who it is, how big they are. That man might be able to wrestle a lion as well. I'm adding him to the Lion Wrestling Club with Isaiah Stewart and Serge Ibaka. Chat, like, why aren't we freaking out? I was expecting a flood of stuff after that ankle breaker. Am I overreacting to this? That was insane. Maybe everyone's just like away from the computer, still like going nuts. Maybe that's what it is. I'm waiting on that House of Highlights post, man. I hate when we have highlight plays that don't get covered by the big clip pages. That one needs to be there. All right, Killian Hayes with the ball. We're down by 1. We're going to get one last possession here. A stop and a bucket would go a long way going into the fourth quarter, which has been trouble for the Raptors. Hayes passes it over to Bogdanovich. Driving in. Oh, blocked. Blocked by Siakam. What a sequence. Full court pass. Achua. Oh, man. Going right at Livers as well. Physical bucket, and we take the lead. All right. Clock down. 3 seconds. Steal. Wow. Pascal Siakam finishing off that quarter with an electric stretch, breaking ankles and one bucket. Oh, man, they're showing me the replay right now. I got to get the flames right back on. Keep it hot. Spicy, man. And then a big block at the other end. And then an outlet pass to Achua. Not sure if he'll be credited with an assist, but sets up Achua to go and get a pretty tough physical layup at the rim. I love that, man. He's down to meet anybody at the rim. And now the Raptors have the lead going into the fourth. You couldn't have drawn it up better. Some real star power from Siakam right now. Wow. Insane. I gotta say, man, I say some wild things about Pascal Siakam, and I'm not gonna back down on it. You know, I'm not gonna also rehash everything right now, but people need to understand I do love Pascal Siakam. Like, come on, the Raptors are my team. How could I not respect this man? Right? Like, when I say things, don't try not to. I'll be very upfront when it's personal, and I'm like, oh, I think his personality is not good. I don't like him as an individual. I will disclose that. With Siakam, it's absolutely none of that. Anytime I've advocated for some change and maybe even like exploring a trade market for him, it's been really based on like what I would genuinely think is best for the team. Now, am I a GM? Am I an expert? No, by no means. I'm a fan, but I'm going to speak my mind, and I like that people respect it. Gurman saying, Josh, who you got in a fight, me or Serge or Stewart? I think you would beat Stewart, but I think Serge is he's an OG, man. He's an OG. You can't take him down. DRX saying, I actually think Livers has a sprain from that. Bro, he might have actually got his ankle broken. When he hit the ground, he was like wincing a little bit. Looked like he was in pain. Hopefully the guy's okay. But Siakam throwing out a legitimate ankle breaker. Volcano, the sweat volcano. The sweat. Is that okay? What a username. We have some of my favorite aliases that come in through this chat would be Pain Causing Samurai. I mean, he right now is just number one on the list. I don't even know if there's room for anyone else, but Volcano the Sweat might be up there. What's your reasoning behind that alias? But am I streaming the game tomorrow? I should be, but I will give an update even in the Discord potentially. I think I should be able to. What time are the Raptors playing at? 6? Should be able to do that. Tank for Wemby saying he is chopped liver now. Very punny. Siakam made that diced liver. Oh, great defense by Achua. Amazing defense there on Marvin Bagley. Forced him to take a hard baseline jumper, and he misses the shot. Rebound, Chris Boucher, and now Jeff Doughton has it on offense. Anunoby getting the entry pass there to Scotty Barnes. Good job, Scotty. There you go, man. Look for your shot first, help others after. Getting a nice little interior bucket there. I'm seeing something in the chat I want to comment on. Bagley gets the bucket there. Bo saying Kevin Love has 0 points in his Heat debut. So I mentioned a moment earlier, I'll disclose when I dislike someone for a personal reason. I dislike Kevin Love for a personal reason. Nothing about his game. Never been about that. I don't like him on a personal level. He's corny. I'll explain later, but just wanted to, yeah, I just mentioned, whenever I criticize certain players, I'll be upfront when it's personal. It was never personal with Siakam. Kevin Love, the guy, he bothers me. Oh, wow. Great defense there. No way we stopped them from scoring that. No foul call either. Amazing rim protection. Achua. Okay, he misses, but it's going to stay Raps ball, it looks like. Look at Achua palm the ball, man. He's low-key built like a Kawhi. All right, Scotty hits the free throw. Was there? I guess it was a tech. Bucks saying, Bucks #1 saying Bucks killed the Heat last night without Giannis. I know you guys did. I had a bet on Miami, so I wasn't too happy about that. But impressive game for sure. How's Jay Crowder been so far with Milwaukee? Has he been playing? Let me know, Bucks. I'm curious. He's a good player. Achua. Ooh, offensive foul. I kind of saw that one coming, but I like the physicality. You know what? There's times where if I was a coach, I would be okay with my players taking offensive fouls just because it means you're being physical on offense. Like, whatever. We get called for it once in a while. That's fine. I would rather the screens be set hard. Offensive contact made with, the intention to create space. Doing things with some purpose. I'm not mad about it. Good defense there by Doughton on Ivy. Diallo blocked by Achua. That's the second time he's been rejected there right at the rim. Skip pass. Achua over there to Anunoby. He's in the corner. Achua. Pump fake misses. Okay, Raptors. So I thought Chris Boucher knocked that out of bounds, to be completely honest, but it's being signaled right now as a Raptors ball. So, it was Boucher. Boucher got the block there on Diallo. It wasn't Achua, but collective job there making that shot difficult. Ooh, Scotty. Nice pass. Oh, wow. What a play. What a play. A really impressive dribble, pass move to Achua, who was cutting, and to be honest, an even more impressive bucket by Precious. That's what Scotty needs, man. That's what Scotty needs. He gets robbed so much of his assists. That's one where his guy fought to get him it off of a really nice setup. And won. DRX giving some kudos to the Pistons defense, saying they're playing a really good defensive game. Definitely. I mean, the Raptors aren't a shy offensive team. I mean, they have their moments, but the Pistons have had the energy tonight, and it's a low-scoring game because of it. Tom Moreau, hashtag the big sneeze. Achua, baby. Ivy tried to do the pick and roll there. Doesn't get the pass off. Now it's with Diallo, but Ivy gets it right back. Okay, good job by Precious again, staying in front of Ivy. Getting some valuable minutes here out of Achua. Ooh, offensive foul. All right. Didn't really see that. Happened off ball, but offensive foul will charge to Anunoby. Let's see. Yeah, just kind of came in and trucked Ivy. Again, like doing stuff with a purpose, though. I think that was a little excessive, but it's a good problem to have in my books. Diallo off the glass, gets the bucket. Okay, we're up by 2. Scotty, nice bucket going down the lane. Last minute getting some hang time and getting the layup to go. He's really good on that. All right, Doughton would have got a steal there, but there's a foul called on the Raptors for something off ball. So Germán shouting out Siakam's averages right now, 25, 8, and 6. Bucks fans showing some love to that. Okay, Volcano the Sweat saying, I'm a Grizzlies fan. Do you do other NBA streams? No, I do not. I have before, wouldn't be against it. Detroit gets a bucket, ties it up. Or no, doesn't tie it up. They're at 76, so we're still up by 2. But no, I don't at the moment. Definitely something I'm considering, though, so appreciate the interest. Oh, there we go. Chris Boucher, right on time. Bonjour, ladies and gentlemen. He gets a big three-pointer there, wraps up by 5. Ooh, Jeff Doughton with a nice steal. Good anticipation there. Look at this, man. Close game, fourth quarter. You got Jeff Doughton out, and he's making plays. Okay, Achua fouled. Okay, so Maddie Modbot asking, so what happened at the trade deadline? Because it seemed like half of the NBA was in the OG market when they didn't trade him. Yeah, so the Raptors were definitely willing to move basically anyone other than Scotty Barnes, but of course they're doing it at the right price. Because right now, like we aren't out of striking range of making the playoffs. Like if we don't get deals, we're not in a hurry to blow it up. Because our chances of actually getting a Victor Wembanyama or Scoot Henderson, I looked at it, it really wasn't that great. Like the bottom four in the NBA is so solidified right now that to act like blowing up your roster in the Raptors situation at trade deadline is going to put you immediately in contention for like it really wouldn't. So I think Masai basically said, look, we're not going to be a lottery team. We're not going to be in the mix for that guy. So unless we get a player that's ready to plug in right now, along with some draft compensation, I'm not doing deals. And apparently that was the big issue with Anunoby is that, you know, everyone was down to give you 3 first rounders, but no one was down to actually put in a good young player in the deal as well. Like that wasn't really on the table. Oh, how? How? No, that's out off of Ivy 100%, man. How? Come on. That's like what is that? That's like a you know what that's managing the flow of the game. Like they're like, "Oh, like Doughton didn't fully foul him, but he made contact and it went out of bounds. So even though Ivy touched it last, it's going to be Detroit ball." Like that's game management there, which I hate. I understand why it happens, but play it by the rule book, brother. Like you have the Detroit player touching it last. It goes out of bounds. That's Raptors ball. I don't care if we've had physical defense on the possession. Call the foul if it's an issue. But yeah, to recap what I was saying, it seemed like the big thing that didn't move the needle for Masai Ujiri was, look, like we still want a plug-in player now. We don't want just draft capital. We want something that's going to go onto the roster right now and be promising and young. And no one really put forward anything that was worth it. And to be honest, Masai's kind of the guy too that if he's not fleecing you, he's probably not doing business with you. Now, that's not true. But that's the perception, and I think that there's some truth in the middle ground there where, you know, he knows the value of his players. Toronto players tend to get undervalued a lot on the open market. And he's just not going to settle, right? And he did say this too, which I thought was kind of nice to hear, was he said trade deadline is not the right time to make long-term decisions. And realistically, I think there's an opportunity to re-sign everybody that is going to be coming up in free agency. Now, obviously, we can't re-sign all of them. I'm just saying you could pick guys to pay. I don't think anyone's immediately gone out the door. Like, there's no one I feel like we're guaranteed going to lose. So maybe, yeah, take the time in the offseason to make that decision rather than jumping the gun and trading the wrong guy that you would have wanted to retain just for draft capital. Like, you still have a competitive team right now. So I hope that's making sense, but that's really the vibe that I got and sort of the reports that I was hearing throughout the NBA about why things didn't materialize for the Raptors or their buyers at trade deadline. Instead, the Raptors become buyers themselves and pick up Jakob Poeltl. They're like, screw this. We're not blowing it up. We got a chance to run. So I respect that too, but only time will truly tell on what the right move was there. Tom Moreau saying, I do have this sinking feeling that we are going to regret not trading OG. Maybe, right? I mean, if the offensive game never really gets there for OG, then maybe that is something we look back and regret a little bit. But, you know, I mean, if these were all protected first-round picks we were offered, like, and we have a good team right now, and OG is young. I know that Tom's just saying he's got a hunch. It's not necessarily saying, oh, it's you know, X's or O's. It's a hunch. So yeah, we'll see. Man, if Pascal Siakam makes the All NBA team this year, I know we had a bit of a drop off for a while, but if he makes All NBA, he's eligible to get paid the Supermax this offseason, which is a crazy question as well. Oh, great rim protection there. There we go. Raptors get the ball back. There was no block made, but the combination of Jeff Doughton and then Achua really extending toward the rim deters the shot. Last touch Detroit. Raps get the ball back here, up 81-76. Someone just popped into the chat mentioning the ankle breaker. That was nasty. I was hyped up about that. Ooh, entry pass swatted away there by Corey Joe. Shout out to a Canadian, man. Love Corey Joseph. Okay, floater short for Diallo. I don't even know if anyone got a block on it, but the Raptors get possession back pretty quickly. Precious. He's fouled. Okay, he's fouled. He'll be shooting too. Volcano asking me, I assume you're a Blue Jays fan. I am a Blue Jays fan. You happen to be a big Jays guy, or do you just enjoy the MLB? Let me know about you. There was some interesting moves made this offseason with the Jays. Obviously, the big notable one being acquiring Dalton Varsho. Definitely gave up a lot for him. Not saying it was a wrong move necessarily. You got like a lefty power hitter and an all MLB defender. But yeah, I know some people with mixed feelings on that. So we got a lot of Jays fans in here. Let me know what you thought about the Varsho trade and just overall the offseason for the Jays. Spring training's creeping up. Okay, Volcano saying he's a Dodgers fan. All right. The Dodgers are always going to be good, bro. You guys are going to clean up in free agency every year. So much money to spend. Everyone wants to put on the jersey and live out in LA. It's tough being in Canada some days when you're trying to get pro athletes to come play here. When there's options like that. Gurman shouting out Bo Bichette the GOAT. I got to say, Detroit has an absolute player in Jalen Duren, who I assume is injured tonight. Okay, Achua fouled again. Is it just me, or has Jakob Poeltl been off the floor for longer than expected? I mean, credited, the group that's out there running is doing good. But yeah, I'm noticing that Jakob hasn't really gotten back in a little bit now. We got a super chat coming in from who else but Tom Perot. Shout out to him. He's saying, go Expos. You know, it was funny, Tom. When Tom Brady retired, he was the last professional athlete he was the last active professional athlete to be drafted by the Montreal Expos. So Tom Brady, Expos legend, recently retired. Hey man, shout out. I genuinely think that Canada needs another MLB team, as they need a NBA team as well. But MLB, I think if you were to put that, back in Montreal, or even probably better yet in Vancouver, people would eat that up. All right, Joseph on the perimeter. Kicks it over there to Hayes. Corey Joe gets it right back. Good defense there. Good defense. Wow. Air ball, shot clock violation. Look at the activity on the defensive end. Amazing stuff, man. And then Jeff Doughton's, he's enjoying the defensive end too. Did not pin him for a D guy, but he's showing some upside on that side of the floor too. Jakob Poeltl, someone just asked in the chat what his box score is. 9 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. No personal fouls either. That's impressive. So I guess Nick Nurse just really likes the chemistry he's found with this platoon here, which is why Jakob is still not in. I could see him coming in to close out the game if it's still close towards the last 3 or so minutes. Siakam goes to the table to check back in, and as does Yak. There we go, right on cue. But shout out to this group, man. They've teed up the Raptors with a good lead. Time for the closers to come in, the starters to come and close the game. Bucket made there by Detroit. Wraps up by 6. It's a 2-possession game. Trent Jr. is going to check back in as well. But yeah, how often do we see our bench unit playing this late in a game where we're winning? or where it's a close game that we're winning. Oh, damn. And one for Diallo. The Raptors bench is saying that was a push-off by Diallo on the layup, and it kind of was, but the call is the call. He'll be going to the line for a three-point play, and this could make it a one-possession game. But the stoppage will allow substitutions for the Raptors to enter the game, so checking in should be Jakob Poeltl, Pascal Siakam, and Gary Trent Jr. Bo saying, I think Canada will get a WNBA team. I think so, too. They've been rumbling about that for a while. That would be good. Hopefully Chris Boucher's all right. He's still down. Yeah, gotta hope Boucher's all right. He's been playing great recently and never want to see anyone get hurt. Germán asking if I'm streaming tomorrow. I should be. I'll put some confirmation into the Discord later. Probably. Probably will stream the game. Tom Moreau saying Wieskamp, please. He still wants Joe Wieskamp in the game. I don't know if I would want him in during crunch time right now. I agree. When you first wanted Wieskamp to enter the game, though, I felt like that would have been a timely opportunity to plug him in. But at this point, I'd be a little bit more reluctant. Not to say it couldn't have good results, though. All right, little update for everyone on where the box score is at. So Scotty Barnes, after a pretty slow move in first half, now has 12, 8, and 3. No defensive stats, 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. Still not the best game, but we've seen a bit more offensive pop from him in the second half. Chris Boucher looks like he's okay. I mean, he's walking around under his own power, hasn't gone to the change room. Okay, Boucher kind of got kicked in the face. I think that was the issue. Yeah, I think he got kicked in the face. Yeah, just clipped him. So I don't think there'll be any serious injuries. Chris Boucher should be fine. Okay, Maddie Modbot saying, do you like any other bets on the slate today? So when you bet, you need to be numbers specific. So I'll tell you the bets that I have currently. I've got Indiana at plus 145. I think the best available odds right now are plus 120. So some of the value's gone there, but I like Indiana's chances to beat Orlando. They took Boston into double overtime the other night. I think at plus 145, it makes sense to roll the dice on them. I have New Orleans at plus 152. That's a pretty good entry point. I'm not so gung-ho on them winning, but I think at plus 152, that was good enough value. Now it's plus 135. Got a couple other bets, but those are the game lines. Tell me what your bets are for the rest of the day, guys. Or if you have any on the line this game. Curious to hear. Barnes over there to Anunoby. Barnes gets it right back. Driving in. Looking for a foul, but nothing. He got tripped up a little bit. Refs put the whistles away. Still a one-possession game. Corey Joe now with it for the Pistons. Bagley. Oh, great deflection by Siakam. He's been dialed in defensively tonight. Siakam up court. Cross court to Gary Trent Jr. Fumbled that pass a little bit. All right, we calm it down. Siakam with it. All right, Pascal, let's see what's up. Cook him. Mid-range. He got that shot off the way he wanted. Like, that was a good shot, just tough miss for Siakam. Hayes. Oh, Corey Joe ties up the game with a 3. All right, 84 apiece with 3:40 to go. Siakam throws it over there to Siakam. Beautiful off-ball cut and great awareness, man. Yakin skills connecting there for a good bucket, an important one at that. Gets the Raptors the lead, 86 to 84. Love that chemistry. All right, Killian Hayes driving in. Floater. Marvin Bagley hits it. Marvin Bagley's a decent player. For all the slander he gets for being drafted before Luka Doncic and DeAndre Ayton. I mean, Ayton less so. But look, no one's going to undo the fact that they missed out on Luka, which is crazy. But he was a good player, even with the Kings. A lot of pressure right now. Full court press. Gary for 3 hits it. What a huge shot. Under a lot of pressure. Offense is scrambling. Defense is blitzing. Gary with a lot of poise. Another big 3-point shot. Hit in the final stretch of a game for him. He did it again last game. Does it tonight. What a shot. Tom Moreau saying, Gary going to save our bacon late again. Maybe. We'll see. A lot of games still left. Maddie saying, I like Pacers money line, Celtics -1.5. Yeah, and look, I think that, the Pacers versus the Magic, I think that's a coin flip, right? I would say it's a coin flip. But if it's truly 50% chance of either team winning, and I can get paid over double for betting on one, that's a good bet, right? If it was double my money, I'd be like, okay, plus 100, put down $20, win 40. That makes sense. There's a 50% chance of Indiana winning. But if I still think there's a 50% chance, but I can get plus 140, that's where I'm like, okay, that's a good bet. So for the value, I like Indiana. Not saying that I guarantee a W. For the value, I think it's a bet worth taking. And then Celtics spread, you said you had. Who are the Celtics even facing tonight? But yeah, Celtics -1.5 is usually a good bet. Oh, great job, Trent Jr. breaking up the play a little bit, but it's recovered. That should be over and back, no? I swear that should have been over and back. No call made. They missed a 3. Offensive. Livers. Isaiah Livers. Okay, that was a poster. Isaiah Livers putting Jakob Poeltl on a poster, but hey, Jakob will always jump. He'll get in front of whatever, and I respect that. And Livers got his ankles broken earlier this game. He had to do something. That was, what another great pass. Wow, dude, the give and go between Jakob Poeltl and Pascal Siakam is amazing right now. And let's be real, that should have been an and one. That should have been an and one. Okay, German, I want to see a big facilitating day from you. I want at least 10 points. We'll get at least 8 rebounds, but I want 15 assists and a W, if that's not too much to ask for. Utah in the chat saying, I think Indiana should be favorites, so I picked them. What do y'all think of the Grizzlies and the Nuggets game coming up? Let me pull that up. Is it going to be in Denver? Because that always has a bit of a factor to it. And the Grizzlies are favorites. Is there any injuries right now? Why is that? Okay, Aaron Gordon and Zeke Naji are right now on the injured report for Denver. And for Memphis, Steven Adams is out. To be honest, I kind of like Denver in this one. And the fact that they're underdogs is kind of peculiar as well. Yeah, my pick in that game would be Denver. I know that they're going to be playing in Memphis, and getting to play in Denver is a bit of an advantage. But let's see what Denver's road record is. So their road record currently is, where is it? I should be able to see it pretty easily. Come on now. Okay, so they're still positive on the road. They're 15-14. Wow, Denver's only lost 4 games at home. Or sorry. Yeah, they've only lost 4 games at home. But Memphis has only lost 5 games at home. Nah, I gotta give it to Denver. If you can get it above like plus 120, I would take that bet. Lord 2 Senpai saying, bro, I swear Dylan Brooks always getting into altercations. Always. You can always count on him to just stir the pot. But low-key, that's why I love him. I would welcome Dylan Brooks on the Raptors any day. He's honestly underrated, dude. Like, he can drop 30. And let's not, like, he can. He does it. He's a 3-level scorer. He's got a mid-ranger. He's got a 3-pointer. And he can score under the basket, too. And with this all done, he's also guarding the best opposing player on really good teams and having a winning record on Memphis. Like, he's high impact. And he's got like that Pat Bev energy about him too, which I don't hate. As long as he doesn't pull any funny stuff against his hometown team, the Raptors. Ivy driving in. Kicks out to Livers. Livers for 3. Misses that offensive rebound, but it's okay, perfect. Stepping out of bounds is Marvin Bagley. Thank God. Raps get the ball back up by 3. But for anyone who missed it, Isaiah Livers did have a thunderous dunk over Jakob Poeltl. Sad moment. But hey, Yak's been on a lot of posters, but I respect it, dude. You got to jump. You can't be a good rim protector without ending up on the bad end of some highlights. For real. Siakam. Kicks it out. Scotty with it. He's going to yank a corner 3. That's off. Jakob Poeltl, offensive rebound, though. Great work by him. Kicks it out to Barnes again. Cross court. Gary for 3. Takes another whack at it. Can't get it. Ooh, I think Killian Hayes touched that last. I think he touched that last. No appeal there. Nothing to be reviewed. It's going to be Pistons ball. All right. Still 1 possession game. Damn. Offensive rebounds, 17-10 in favor of the Pistons. Jakob Poeltl picks up the foul there on Jaden Ivey, but he was going to get a layup either way. At least go make him earn it at the line. Jakob also isn't in foul trouble, so I'm not mad about that foul. I'd say that was a good foul to give. And really, it wasn't even a hard foul either. I didn't think that was especially... I don't know. I don't even think that was really a foul, but hey, it is what it is. Makes the first. Yeah, Ivy has 10 assists tonight. Impressive. Gervon saying, if Livers hits a game winner, I blame Siakam. Yeah, he lit a fire in Livers after that. You can't get your ankles broken that hard and not have some sort of answer. I was wild. Poeltl with it. Getting hounded on defense a little bit, but hands it off to Siakam. Pascal. Step back. Jay. Bricks it. Oh, man, and Scotty could have got that offensive rebound, but it just rolls around out there to Bogdanovich. Okay. You need to stop here. You absolutely need to stop here. There we go. Pascal Siakam gets the rebound. Advance it, Pascal. Advance it. Like, you could have advanced it to Gary there. I'm not saying that was the wrong decision, but Pascal's not a lights-out free throw shooter. I don't want to call him selfish or whatever, but, like, he could have advanced it. You want to kill as much time as possible before you get fouled. You could have outlet it to Gary Trent Jr. there and bought yourself more time. And he's a better free throw shooter. That was a little bit of a bad decision-making process there from Siakam, in my opinion. But whatever, okay. Hits the first. That's huge. Let me get to the super chat quick. Tom Moreau saying, embarrassing win, better than an embarrassing loss. Hey, they don't ask how, they ask how many, and this could be another win in the column. But let's see. We need a free throw made here and then avoid a three-pointer on the other end. Siakam hits both. Okay. So I can forgive that he didn't pass off the ball there. If you're going to do some borderline greedy stuff like that, you better go hit both free throws, and he does it. He's had a really great game. And thank you again, Tom Moreau, for the super chats. Much appreciated. Yeah, the Spurs just, or no, the Spurs, the Pistons just got to throw in the towel here, man. You don't want this W. What you want is Victor Wembanyama. All right. Got a big final possession coming up here. The game is by no means put away. Need a stop. So 93 to 90, the current score. It's been an ultra low scoring affair. Hey, Randy, thank you for listening. And German, I think he'll probably go on stream after this. But I'm not entirely sure. He'll put out some content afterwards, just not sure if it's alive. There we go. Okay, ball's inbounded. Bogdanovich with it. He's driving, pulling it back to the three-point line. Bagley. They're going to say on the floor. Okay, Scotty Barnes fouls him, but they're going to say it's on the floor. That was close. Let's see. Yeah, that was on the floor, honestly. I would agree. That was on the floor. Yep, fully. No, that's... Wait. Okay, so he's only shooting 2. Yeah, he's only shooting 2 because they're in the bonus. All right, we're on the same page now. For a second there, I was like, wait, did they call it? No, we're good. It's just bonus. Okay, and he misses the other. Siakam with the rebound. Okay. Okay, so if you can go make both free throws, you put this game completely out of range for the Pistons. Miss one, though, and there's about 3 seconds left on the clock for them to chuck up a 3. So it's not completely dead, but Siakam hit both free throws last time up. Let's see if he can get it done again. Super chat coming in saying, we got lucky. No Fred tomorrow, no victory. Okay, a little bit of a take here from Tom. There we go. Siakam hits the first. That one was money. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully Fred can come back soon. Like, I'm excited to see this team at full force. And for the record, I think Fred makes our team better, contrary to what some people believe. But yeah, this group's been great regardless recently. Siakam hits the second as well. There we go. 4 straight makes here at the free throw line. And that's given us a 95 to 91 lead with 2.8 seconds left. This one's pretty much done. Throw the ball the length of the court, and it's picked off there by Jakob Poeltl. I think that's going to count as a steal. So, hey, a little stat padding at the end for my guy Yak. Not mad at it. Guys, what a game. This was a lot of fun. I appreciate everyone who was watching along with me. Really excited about tomorrow's game too. I'll give some confirmation in the Discord on whether or not I'll be streaming it. I think I probably will be, but we'll see. Tomorrow we have the Cavaliers. That's going to be a big one. I think if you can win versus the Cavs next game, not only will that bring you to 500, but that's a pretty big statement W. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're undefeated versus the Cavaliers this year. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, just because obviously teams, especially when you're playing in an Eastern Conference schedule, they tend to get you back a little bit when you're pretty evenly matched. But we know we have the upside to beat them. We have a game plan that usually works. We've locked down Donovan Mitchell pretty good a couple different times. And yeah, I'm excited for it. And clearly the season is turning around one game at a time. It's a slow grind, and I'm not mad about it. But you guys are the best. Thank you so much for watching along on the live. Really excited to get back at it with you guys tomorrow, or if not then, the game after. And I think playoffs or bust now. I think we're all bought into that image. Even if we need to get in through the play-in game, I'm confident this team will have a good rounding out of the season. And who knows? The roster is better than the record. No one wants this matchup in the first round. I promise you, nobody wants to smoke with the Raptors in the first round. There is no advantage to that. So guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.